Hello and welcome to Dwarf Fortress. I am Twisted Logic, and in this video I'm going to be going over the automatic Magma gun. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, let me know what you think in the comments, and subscribe for more videos. This bottom layer here of the gun is the input for the water. This is a reservoir for well, for the hospital, and then it shoots off over into this area, and I come up 1Z level, and now I have the power generation for the gun. This is the Test Fortress year 875, so this is an earlier load when I was still testing and figuring out the best method for the machine gun. This is giving me a total power of 2000. I don't know if this is the... I don't think that this is the best way to do the power generation with the with one pump pretty much in charge of 4 water wheels. That's going to give me 400 power per generator here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every once in a while the power will fluctuate down from 2000, like a few of the... Yeah, see, now it's 19. Like some of the water wheels stop working at certain points, so the power does fluctuate. And in the final build, which I'll show you in a few minutes, I had to add another power generator to bring the total up to 2400. I'm going to come up one more Z level now, and this was the old Magma gun here. At a certain point, somebody had destroyed a piece of construction in this room, and water started coming up all over the fortress in this area. And so I had to deal with that, and it kind of didn't mess up this gun completely, but I would have to remake some tracks over here. Plants started growing in and everything like that. So then I have all the power generation linked over here. And I have the... So Mark II of the gun is right here. And originally, this wasn't the original cart design here for the holding bay for the carts. It was more like this one right here with one set of rollers and then all the carts. You can't build the doors on the rollers themselves, so these are separate rollers. This is a 1 tile roller with 1 gear attached to it, and then a door in front of it. I believe these are all southward. Yeah, roll southward. Highest speed rollers. So this is version 1 of the gun, and I'm just going to, let's see. This is inactive, so this lever activates the power to it, which is just connected to 1 gear assembly, which I believe is this one right here, disengaged. That comes up and over, and then this is the monstrosity of gears that I created for the launching system here. And then it comes over to this clock right here, and the clock was really for experimentation purposes. This is a southward track rollers with 1 cart on it, and this set of rollers rolls northward, both at the highest speed. The lever here for the doors is going to control all of the doors on the tracks, as well as this door right here, and this pressure plate I believe is linked up to these 2 bridges, these doors, this hatch, and this floodgate. And that was just really for testing purposes. This lever here is also hooked up to a hatch at the barrel of the gun here, because resetting the system kind of was becoming a pain. A similar situation would happen here, where all the carts would line up, they wouldn't drop, and then as soon as one of them was picked to be put back down at its original location at the track stop, the carts would move forward, and then everybody would start dying. So the original method was like this. right here, but that change doesn't really affect too much. But I found that this way to launch the carts right here seems to work a lot better than this way right here, because it gives you a little bit of spacing here between the timing of the carts. So I can come down, hit this impulse ramp, and come up here. Now all these grates here go down to the magma caldera, and there's a pump stack for magma here as well, because the idea was right about here, and I tried different variations of this area here as well. Some with tracks, then with grates. Underneath this wall is another set of grates here. That's for the magma return. But the idea was that I would have the carts going at high speed. The magma would fall down from above right here into the carts to get filled, and they would keep going, but that didn't really work. Let me activate the rollers and magma pumps with this one lever, so I'm going to pull the lever now. And then I'm going to go down in Z levels, showing the pump stack here. Okay, so this is the lowest level, which is the caldera of magma. Zoom out a little bit. And this is the barrel of the gun is over top of this. So if I come up a little bit, we have floor grates which the magma will go through and fall back into the magma here. This was changed a little bit in the newer design as well. If I come up now, pumps aren't on yet. When the pumps turn on, yeah, there they go. It starts looking cool over here, because I made it large enough for because there's so much magma being pulled in by these 3 pumps that it creates a kind of vacuum here, or depression of magma. So I'll come up the pump stack now while it's operating, and you can see that the magma is being pumped to this level, where it's falling through these holes and coming here. If I click on this space here, most of the time we have at least 177 of magma, and I thought that would be enough. I'll just click it again here. 57. I thought that would be enough to fill the cart, but apparently it's not. Let's see, now I have 7 7, all 3 7.7s now of magma. And pulling the lever and releasing the carts is going to bring them through all of the 7.7 magma here. Magma fall kind of coming from above, and they're not going to get filled, so that was kind of a failed experiment. The clock here, I think at one point with this clock I was having the different spaces over top of this track here open and close with magma proof hatches, magma safe hatches, I believe. And then this roller here was also hooked up to this clock to turn the rollers on and off in case they got stuck there. And then this roller right here was also attached, these 2 rollers right here were also attached to the clock, turning on and off to attempt to fix stuck carts. So I'm going to pull this lever here, and that's going to open up the gun here, and the top here is still kind of baseline, hasn't really been changed. We got a bunch of starving guys right now. Originally I looped it here, but then the carts were getting jammed up right here, so it was like it was originally getting backed up before I even got the magma part of it working. So I have the magma hitting this landing spot here, and it's spilling over a little bit, and then it is pushing forward, kind of filling in the pouring back where it's being pumped into almost. If I made it a little bit too close, and what happened, I needed to build this wall here to protect the pump because magma was spilling onto the tile of the pump. Even though they're magma safe, the magma was spilling onto the pump tiles here and destroying them. Okay, so the carts are now released and the clock is going. So right now... Okay, so that's disengaged right now. And now it should be engaged. Yeah. And I was also looking at the bridges here. Okay, so... seven magma all the way across here. And all these carts went through. I would think that they would be filled, but if I go to H here, go down, all of the carts are still empty. It starts at Route 61 and goes down from there. But they're all empty carts, so... that's going to go through and get... I don't know if it gets stuck or fires at this point, but I'm going to load up the newer version of this. Okay, so this is the newer version, which is now, this is the year 876. So not much has changed except for I took out the pumps here on the very top level and then dug a path here so that now the magma comes up, goes through this path here, and goes into this this channel right here. So the channel method here seems to be the best loader for the gun. The carts come into the loader here. I got rollers at medium speed, just in case. That if one of them slams into another one on this, then the medium speed will take over and push them forward. Right here I got highest speed, and then medium speed again at the bottom here. Now these rollers here I attached to the same gear system as the clock without thinking about it in the original video release, and once I got it working I was like, oh, this is great, make a video. But I should have waited. I think that video is still pretty good even though it's slow. Okay, so this is disengaged right now, so I'm going to pull this lever now. The difference here with the door lever is that the door is now also hooked up to the bridge here. Where is it? Here, this bridge right here. So if I close the door lever, this bridge will open and release the magma back into the caldera here. So that's pretty much the only difference of the caldera and door bridge, is that now that there's a release here, but when I pull that lever here, the magma starts flowing. It's going to fill up this magma loading zone for the carts. And now one thing to notice is that if I click right here a couple times, it's an upward track ramp north-south. This is just a north-south track. This is a north-south upward track. Over here we have another north-south upward track. So there's ramps at the end, even though there's no tile, doesn't really depict that. This is a track ramp right here with the roller on top of it. So now the magma coming in up one level, the carts are almost there, and you'll see the magma start filling in here, and by the time the carts get there, this will be filled and the carts will load and then fire. Now this is still on the, if I click on this right now, it's disengaged, this gear symbol. So this is still pulsing on and off. So it kind of, the carts stop, and then when it pulses on, they move forward, it pulses off. And that was what was causing the slowdown. If I break this plate right here, remove that cart, or disengage this, it starts firing at a very fast speed. If I catch it when everything's on. Let's wait till, let's see if I can get it 4 right there maybe. Yeah, okay, so now it's, so right now it's requiring 1200, almost 1300. When I upgraded it with these 2 extra bays here, the power consumption went up considerably to 1700, and then it would fluctuate from 2000 between like 2000 and 1600, and it would shut the power supply off. So the magma comes this way. Sometimes it'll hit some of these grates and go back into the system. You see the magma floating on top here. And the reason for these grates is not only to recycle the magma, but also to give whatever kind of invasion you're dealing with a path into the fortress. Because what will happen is this whole area will just get covered in magma. And if it gets covered in magma enough where there's no walking path, then they kind of like turn around. I usually close the door behind them once they're in, so they can't really leave. But so this is the Mark III now, and I added another power plant right here. Another infinite power source. It gives me about 400 per pump and water wheel combo. That's added in here. The power comes up. It's the same magma delivery as earlier. That didn't change at all. And what changed was up here I added the 18 carts here and 10 carts down here. So there's 45 carts on this now. And the way that I create this is that, like, I'll figure out where the track's going to be, and then I'll make the cart launching system like this. I'll launch the carts, and then where they start slowing down, I'll add the impulse ramps in, and then the second set of impulse ramps in, and then I'll load it again, save the game, load it again, test it, shoot the carts off, see where they go, see where they slow down. Build impulse ramps there, and so on. And then when I added the second set of carts here, I needed to actually remove some impulse ramps here and add them up here because the carts on the bottom were catching up to this grouping right here and colliding. So I added this set of impulse ramps here, and then down here I removed some. After I got those two working kind of pretty good together, I added this set here, this set of carts, and these impulse ramps. So now these ones actually go through before the magma. And this is a little bit more laggy. If I click on this gear right here, oh, total power 1600, total needed 1767, so that might actually... might stop, but okay, we're back up to 1900 now. See, the power's fluctuating, so I'm gonna need to look into water wheels and the uninterruptible power down there and see what the best method is for generating power. So up one level is just same as the other guns. The barrel is pretty much no different. These are all giant elephants. Oh, so one of the carts here, it looks like, came through. You need to have 3, wherever the carts hit, like right here where they hit to fire, and then right here where I have them hitting the wall to make sure they go into the magma. You need to have at least 3 walls there. If you just have one wall where it strikes, then the cart's going to phase through the wall. And every once in a while it still happens. So it looks like right here. I don't know if that was... I don't know if I loaded into the game with that there or not, but I'm going to I'm just going to forbid that cart. All the carts should be forbidden, but I think I was resetting it earlier, and that's why they're not. The flying magma is actually treated as a projectile first, so it slams into the elephants, and then after all that, if they're caught in the magma, that's when they get the fire damage. I don't believe they get burned from being impacted with the magma. I may have, it's possible that I created too many elephants here. So now I'm starting to get some little bit of lag going on. Needless to say, this elephant's in a bad spot. He's hurt. All his fat's been melted. Alright, I had enough of this lag. I'm going to turn the system off here. So I'm going to pull both of these levers. I don't believe that the order makes a difference. One of them cuts power and the other one opens doors, and then the magma is drained out. This magma is drained. Eventually it comes out. Okay, so it looks like I got some of the carts got stuck here. Just this one here, and this one phased through the wall here. I don't know if that was like that before I loaded in. I saw that the carts were all in their bays when I started, but I don't know if those were different carts because I did switch some out. If I go to hauling, you can see now that some of them are filled, and cut that part out. So the power's cut, but the carts are still rolling. And it's actually going to still fire until, it may still fire a couple shots. It's possible. Okay, you just close the doors there, and the hatch cover here closes. And this is about to open. Now all that magma is going to come down 1Z level and drain back into the caldera here. Oh, this is the track return here. The carts will fall. Carts will hit here and fall, and then if for some reason they'll hit this ramp and be propelled forward and then impulse ramps. But for some reason, if they still have magma, if they didn't fire, it will just spill off back into the caldera here. And then they'll just come up. I don't have any turns in the track return. It's just a straight shot back. And that alleviates a lot of jams. In this other system, the cart would get stuck right here on this turn sometimes. So that problem's been alleviated. Oh, so a lot of the carts lined up right here, so what I'll do is stick a path just like this. Underscore L. Oh, 187 left, okay. thank you very much for watching, and subscribe for more videos. I'm not going to be putting all of them on social media because I don't want to spam Reddit or Facebook groups with my videos, and it really helps out when you do subscribe because I'll be able to buy some beer from the video watching. Thank you very much.